You want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I gathered together in that one place. Now you just have to find it. Those were the words, hopefully not in as bad an accent as I just gave, that Goldwater said that started the Great Pirate Era in One Piece and started what is one of the greatest stories ever made by man. And everyone has their own theories on what the One Piece is. And, obviously, Oda is the only one who has the concrete idea of what it is. And now I'm going to be giving you guys what I believe it revolves around. Like I said, only Oda knows what it is. I can only give you an idea. And I believe that... Remember back during Marineford, Akainu attacked Jinbei protecting Luffy, and he scalded Luffy in the chest, and that skull looks like an X? Well, in the history of pirates, the saying is X marks the spot over the treasure. And I think it's kind of funny how the skull Luffy has, like I said, looks like an X. And it is conveniently placed over Luffy's heart. There was another saying, I don't know how far and wide this saying is known, but there is a saying that we say, and it is, home is where the heart is. So X marks the spot to the heart, and home is where the heart is. So when Luffy and the Straw Hats and whoever else make it to Rafter and discover the One Piece, there will be other treasure there, and maybe even Roger's ship. I believe it's called the Old Jackson. But I believe that, the main coast, the One Piece, has something to do with Roger's home. Because that's, that's where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. X marks the spot. I believe that, the theme of One Piece is mainly being together with your friends, going on grand adventures with them. And even though we're all dreading that Oda might actually have the One Piece be like a one piece of paper that says the adventure of a lifetime was the real treasure, I don't think that's it. But I do believe it's going to have something of sentimental value to Roger. It's not going to be a currency. It's going to be something involving his heart or his home. And that's my theory on what the One Piece is about. But I want to take this theory one step further, because I don't believe Gol D Roger. I'm sorry if I said Gold Roger earlier, I wasn't thinking. I believe Gol D Roger is still alive. And I don't think, I know they said he got sick and died. Well, okay, he got sick, turned himself in, and then got executed. I don't think that's the case. And the reason I don't think that's the case is that we don't know Wajo's devil fruit, if he had one, and I like to believe he did, because hockey is great and all, but we've seen that hockey alone isn't going to beat every devil fruit user. See those white-billed pirate allies versus Akainu. And so yeah, I believe to conquer the Grand Line, Roger would have needed to eat a devil fruit, and I think his devil fruit revolves around time. And the particular time fruit he ate, it's not called the time fruit. It's actually the greatest what I would think is the greatest power a devil fruit user could have. And it's not a Logia. He didn't turn himself into an element. It's not a Zoan. There was no animal that I know of that can manipulate time, unless like you get into monsters. But I believe his devil fruit was known as the pause fruit, and he used that. What else would he use that devil fruit for but to pause time, if both momentarily and indefinitely? And how I believe he survived is that he used his pause fruit to stop the disease coursing through his veins, to give him as long a life as possible. You know, it's not going to kill him now. And I also believe that he wanted to. He found something out about the Void Century, and he wanted to show that the government was corrupt and it needed to end as much as possible. And I believe that he planned the Great Pirate Era to get more pirates out on the sea to look for One Piece, but also to discover what the history of the Void Century is. And so he staged his execution. It was him that they walked up to the gallows. And then right after he said his famous words, his famous last words, and the Marines went to stab him, cut off his head, whatever they did, I believe he paused time, at least to the Marines and the citizens around him, and he pulled the old bait and switch, got some poor unsuspecting fool to take his place without ever noticing, and then once he was a safe enough distance away, he snapped his fingers or whatever you would need to activate the fruit, and the guy he switched gets killed and he gets away scot-free, kind of like what Ko did. I mean, not exactly, but you know what I mean. In the same ballpark, basically. Ko hypnotized Morgan into believing that he captured him. Wadro could have done something similar. Not hypnosis, but manipulated people into thinking the government got rid of him, when really he's still alive and well. And now, I guess you could say this is part 3 of my theory. One, he's been keeping up with world events, especially since it is now the Great Pirate Era. He's been watching everyone, from the government to the supernovas to the emperors or yonkos, however you want to call them, to Luffy, of course. And he's waiting to see who makes it to Rafter. And he will show up at the last minute. And like the very last minute, like say Luffy, or maybe even Blackbeard, or both of them at the same time, whoever, shows up, opens the chest or vault, whatever, finds the One Piece. They're going to either be very happy, very upset, very confused, and then they're going to hear someone walking towards them and clapping, and there's going to be Wajo right there. And he's going to tell them, well, one, he's going to tell them congratulations. And two, he's going to tell them, you're not the Pirate King, or Pirate Queen in some cases, I guess, yet. I'm still around, and if you want my title, you can have it. But you're going to have to beat me first. And then, as a surprise, main antagonist for the Rafter arc, because not main antagonist for the whole story, because Gol D like, oh, Oda said that the story's not going to be done after Raftel. There was going to be a major war afterwards. And so Gol D will be the main antagonist for the Raftel arc, and it will be Luffy or any of the supernovas or whoever else. They're going to have to fight him and beat him. I mean, more than likely Luffy, because he is the protagonist of the story. He's going to have to fight and beat Wajo, and Wajo's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. He's going to be greater than Whitebeard, than Akainu, than anyone. And this could possibly be, like, Goku versus Frieza of the One Piece story. Like, how long that fight lasted. And Luffy will beat him, and there will be a lot of people around to see it, and they will see Luffy and the Straw Hats walking out of Raftel back to their ship with the One Piece in hand, and they're going to see that he became Pirate King. And then the final woe and possibly final arc of the story of One Piece will begin.